Hello and welcome to another video. This will be another Larry's Lounge reaction. This one is called You Embarrassed Me Again. So I figured a video like this was coming after the last Larry's Lounge video I watched. So let's see what happens in this video. This one's a bit longer than its normal pattern of how long Larry's Lounge videos usually are. So it's just a couple minutes shy of being half mile sized. So, but anyway, so that being said, let's get into this reaction.
Hey, Dad.
What?
Why are you hanging around out here? I thought you were going to the casinos later.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see if I wanted to get a little heat. A little chilly inside. Yeah, I was looking for eggs to see if there was any stranded eggs. There's so many feathers now. It's hard to see if there's an egg laying around because there was an egg laying right there just a couple days ago.
Huh. Anyway, can I talk to you for a bit?
All right, what about now? What'd I do? Did I do something wrong, Tom?
Well, the fact that you don't know it kind of makes it a bit worse. Let's sit down over here at the tiki bar. Get in the shade. It's pretty hot out.
Well, wait a second. There's this big old spider web underneath. The spider's coming.
Probably one under this stool too, but I'll deal with it.
Alright, Dad, what do you want now?
So you really...
Oh, don't start sounding like Kevin now. Kevin doesn't do it anymore, but he used to always call Tom Dad. And that kind of stemmed from the Kicked Out series that happened a few years ago. This was back in 2019 when this happened. So, yeah.
I have no idea what I want to talk to you about.
Spider web all over the place here. If I get bit by a black widow spider, and then the next thing you know, you're gonna see me like.
Well, I guess at least I'll be right here. Anyway,
What?
you really don't know what I want to talk to you about?
Phew, it's hot out here. No.
The other day with Joe and Kevin, that whole conversation that we had out in the kitchen. You know, that one?
The one about your car?
What happened after the car?
Oh, you mean we're busting on you and stuff?
Exactly.
What about it?
What do you mean, what about it? You really embarrassed me there, Dad. Again. Like,
Again?
Is this gonna be the new thing? Oh, let me find a reason to embarrass Tom in front of my
Embarrassing
friends.
Tom. I didn't mean to embarrass you. I was just...
How did you not?
Tom, you know when I drink, I get loose lips.
Loose lips sink ships.
I wasn't trying to be offensive or anything like that. I was trying to pump you up and try to get you, give you a pep talk. And then...
Larry has a point about that. When you do drink, I've experienced this too, you do tend to get loose lips. There's a couple examples even in the last few months where that was the case. And there was a time when I really got drunk. And I don't remember this, but I was talking with Angel about a lot of things too, and all that. And oh my God, the stuff I was saying, it's not something I would normally say to Angel, but holy crap. That stream is still up on my channel, so I should definitely check that out when I can. But yeah, no, I know what Larry's talking about with that, so. Practice here in the loose lip things. The best example I can think of that's happened in the last 14, 15 months was that conversation that I don't remember having that I had with Adriel. I only know about it because I was streaming that day. And it was on Minecraft, so.
Oh, I just happened to, say it in front of Kevin and Joe.
So you did it in front of your friends? Okay, well, what about when, you started dating, and if your dad had a couple of his friends over and they started doing the same thing to you? How would you feel?
Yeah, well, my dad wouldn't have had a talk like that. He would have been, more like just making fun of me.
I mean, half of what you guys were talking about was, oh, wings to the strip club again.
Just the right crunch to silence the to-do list.
I swear to God.
mean, half of what you guys were talking about was, oh, going to the strip club again.
Well, we take it to the strip club every single time, don't we? I mean, it's like
I noticed that.
because we like, because I think we get a kick out of your reaction to it, so it kind of makes us do it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
not
don't
that
know if that's the truth with the other two guys, at least.
we never expect you to go to the strip club. It kind of would be cool, but I mean, we never expect you to go to the strip club with us, Tom. We just busted on you. But Tom, did you not tell me that you were going to go on a dating site?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I don't understand what the big deal is about
The
that.
big deal is that they're not even like direct family. They're just family friends. Why do they need to know?
Well, you're right. They didn't really need to know, did they?
Exactly. So that's my issue.
Yeah. Like I said, I was drinking. We did a challenge, taking shots and stuff like that. You know, it's what happens.
Right, but you still gotta, think about that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Again, Tom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you or anything like that. I mean, I'm kind of excited, for you because, I mean, you got a nice car now. It is a sharp-looking car.
It is.
And when Joe brought up about Chick Magnet, I automatically went to, to see because I know how you are. You're a procrastinator. You always put everything off.
Right.
Sometimes you need like a little push. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So did you
just
find what?
Hold up. That doesn't mean that you bring it up in front of other people like that.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I did bad. Sorry.
You did.
But did you find a site?
I downloaded an app. That's as far as I've gotten.
Is it a free one or is one you have to
It's
take?
a free one.
See, and this is take my advice, don't take my advice, whatever. I would do a reputable app that you have to pay for. And the reason being is because most people that scam and stuff don't go on those sites, and those ones that you do have to pay for actually do more of a background check than the other ones.
Okay.
And I'm just saying it's safer than this way. You don't have to get, what do you call it, catfished or whatever it is, cat-tailed.
Catfish.
Yeah, you don't get that. So it's like, I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, you certainly have the money for a couple $100 to go onto a site for something like that as a wasp.
I mean, usually those sorts of things do also have like a premium variant too, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, you have to understand, Tom,
No, I've never really experienced any kind of dating sites ever, but he does have a point. I can see people scamming or catfishing on the free dating sites. I think it'd be better for Tom to go on one that costs a monthly fee or something like that. So, I have to agree with Larry on this, so I do hope that Tom actually does that instead, because I think it'd be better if he should find the most trustworthy dating app that's actually had results. So, I don't know what Tinder's like these days, but I don't think Tom should use that, because I mean that's how Jesse McJuggernaut gets found Juliet, and even though they were a good couple for many years, they still broke up. So Tinder isn't always reliable and all that. So, anyways, let's continue.
I'm not trying to push you out of the house or anything. It's I want to see you have somebody, because it's like I can't leave this world thinking that you are going to be alone. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I worry about that. I worry about when my time comes. I mean, I'm getting older now. I'm not a young guy anymore. I'm getting older now, and when that time comes, I want to know that I don't have anything to worry about with you, that you're going to be left here with nobody. I mean, that's just how a father thinks. So I worry about that stuff, and it's on my mind constantly, and it's like, and your generation is different than my generation, right? Like, so our advice is limited for you, because we didn't have the internet, so we had to go out and do stuff, or else we would just be sitting inside watching TV. That's it. So we went out a lot, social.
Yep, I've heard about that. My dad's brought that up a few times too. When he was a kid, there wasn't really internet, so obviously this internet now, but yeah, my dad never got the experience of the internet as a child like I did. So
Socialize with people, so we met girls and stuff like that. You don't get to do that, then your friends all abandoned you, but I mean, it's because they had, life happens. I mean, the older you get, the more friends just go out and you lose, So you don't have them to help you out finding somebody or having get-togethers. Even your get-togethers that you had, was there any girls invited?
Just someone's wife.
Right, exactly. So it's rough for you. So that's why there's no shame in going to a dating site. I don't care what anybody thinks. I mean, maybe back in our day, we might have looked down upon somebody that went to a dating site as opposed to, which was wrong. But now I think it's more acceptable.
It's kind of the norm at this point.
Exactly. I've heard about Tinder and stuff like that, but that's like a different kind of site than you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? I think you want to go to, a site like, that, like I said, I don't know what sites are out there. I remember seeing commercials a long time ago. I don't even know if it's out there anymore. Like it's called like eHarmony or something like that.
I think it's still out there.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have that site. If it
yeah, I know what he's talking about. I've seen that commercial before too. Yeah, those that's probably still a thing. I don't know if it's an app, but it's definitely a website.
still there, I think you have to pay for that one. But that's the kind of thing. Like you have the whole internet at your fingertips that you can look at, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I only try to push you because I know how you are. You put things off for a long time.
I tend to, yes. This is the sort of thing that is like, when I'm ready, I'll do it. And I'm getting to that point.
Right.
I'm a lot closer than I was before.
Right. And so, I don't know, Tom.
Try to have a little more tact, because I don't know.
Yeah, I know. We should be having this conversation right here, not
exactly.
Not
like, this is fine. Like a one-on-one like this. This is just fine. But Joe acts like he's Casanova over here.
Dull gum. Fancy gum.
Joe acts like he's Casanova over here.
Well,
Mr. Knows everything about everything, and I'll help you out with that. And, I mean,
but I think his heart.
Kevin, I'd hardly even know that well too much outside of.
Well, I think Joe's heart was in the right place. I think he genuinely cares about you and your happiness. I do. I don't think that he was doing anything to be mean.
Yeah, I have to agree with that, because you've known Joe since you were a little boy, Tom. So it sucks that you get there's been tension between you and Joe as well, especially because when Tom was like a little boy, when he was like 5, 6, 7, 8, you would say Mr. Joe and all that. And I only know that because Joe and Larry were doing a gaming video and that was brought up. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
I don't think he said anything that was really mean-spirited. I don't think Kevin did either.
No, Joe kind of turned it on himself, like turned the focus of the conversation on himself. It was weird.
Well, does that surprise you?
Not really.
Right.
Kevin, I think you got more excited at the prospect of the club.
Well, yeah, of course. And if you notice, all three of us, we got kind of caught up in that moment,
Yeah, I think that he's like the first one who's just like, oh, wings!
Yeah. Well, they do have really good wings, Tom. That's why he says wings, But I'm just saying, I'll try to. I can't ever promise you when I'm drinking what's going to come out, I can't.
I mean, at least
I'll try to make a.
At least if I start putting up resistance, realize that oh, maybe we shouldn't be having this conversation, sort of deal,
Yeah. Actually, I think it might be best for you just to turn around, if I start saying something like that, just to turn around and say, this isn't the time or the place for that conversation.
Didn't I try to do that?
Did you?
I'm pretty sure I did.
I don't remember you saying that at all.
Maybe I didn't exactly phrase it that way, but
I'd have to go back to that video to see if Tom did say that. I don't know if he did, so.
pretty sure I did.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure you didn't.
Like I said, it probably wasn't a one-to-one phrasing of that, but I'm pretty sure it was close.
I don't think so. But like I said, Tom, you have to understand.
I mean, you don't even remember that you said any of that stuff to begin with, so.
No. But you have to, well, I mean, we did do a lot of shots, you know? And then we did a podcast, and, then we drank a lot on the podcast, Probably a little bit too much. No, I would just say, Tom, that you got to give me, there's got to be a key thing, if I do say something, then just say, now's not the time. Just like that, you know what I mean? And then I'll try to remember that that's the hint to shut the heck up. All right? But you have to understand, it's like, I am really worried, Tom.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
My thing is just the absolute lack of tact you had for it.
I know we always want our parents to live forever, but it doesn't work like that, And I
mean, you're making it sound an awful lot like as soon as I find a girl, you're just gonna be like, all right,
I'm
good
out.
job, see ya, and then you're just off to space.
No, that's not. No, but you never know, right? You never know what's going to happen. So, I mean, so I'm worried about that. I mean, I talked to your mom, and she's worried about it too.
Yeah, like I said, I get it.
It's a parent. This is, when you have kids, you'll understand. You'll understand where I'm coming from. I don't think there's a lot of things in life you understand until you have kids, because life changes so much. And that's what, from the time you were just a little tiny Tom, and I was singing Wobby Head to you. You remember that, don't you?
I remember stories about it.
Yeah. From the time that you used to come, because you had that little cowboy guy that when you pushed his head, he came up like this with his guns. And you weren't around guns. You were just a little, what were you, 4 years old, maybe 3? So you come over and you say, cowboy man, gonna come and get you. And then you'd go like this. That's how you
probably showed that to me first.
But anyway,
regardless, that has nothing to do with whatever the point you're trying to make,
I'm not done my point. My point is...
Yeah, but at the same time, I like it when you guys talk about the past, because this is way before YouTube, or probably even before the internet. So, or at least the internet just started at the time, as far as Tom's concerned. But yeah, no, I like hearing stories about Tom when he was little. First time we saw Tom in any kind of video, he was 14, and he was in one of McJuggernuggets videos back when Jesse had less than 2,000 subscribers. So, yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
Tom, is that since that time, since you were born, all we think about is you. In other words, except for when we went on vacation without you. But I mean, we think about things like, is he going to be okay? I got an itch. Is he going to be okay? What happens if something happens to us? What's he going to do? Who does he have? I mean, sure, you have Aunt Terry, Uncle Jeff over there, and Jesse and JT and stuff like that. But that's not somebody that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So that is always on our mind.
Right.
And it's not maybe it's a selfish thing. I'm sorry, I got a mosquito that bit me or something. Maybe it's a selfish thing on our part, because maybe you want to be alone. I don't know. I don't see.
There's only a certain amount that you can push before I'm just going to start actively resisting going forward.
Well, that would just be.
I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just.
That would be
in mind.
stupid if you didn't want that. If you didn't want, to.
Right, but then there's the whole
that's
I'm getting in a relationship for my parents, not for myself.
No.
I'm not saying that's happening. I'm
Right.
just saying please keep that in mind and don't push too hard.
Sometimes you need a little nudge, though, Tom.
A little nudge, I agree.
Right?
I'm just saying don't go overboard.
Well, I know that you had told me you were going to get a car first, and then you were going to go, onto the dating site. So I knew that you had your car. So, I'm excited for that, and I'm ready to push it to the next level now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not trying to push you out of the house. Not yet, anyway. But I'm not trying to push you out of the house. I'm just, that you don't have to worry about. I want you to be happy in life. I don't think that it's always healthy for you to be by yourself. you know, in your room playing games and stuff like that. And I know that you're technically will say that you're not by yourself because you're online with your friends and stuff like that. It's not the same as human connection. You know, connection on the internet is not the same as this right here, Tom, talking to you.
I understand.
And you know, it's just like the story Into the Wild, right? This kid wanted to be alone. He wanted to get away from people. So he went into the wild. But when he was dying, one of his realizations was that it's not good for man to be alone. He needs companionship. And that's why that story, maybe that's why I am like this with you, because that
You did really resonate with that
story meant so much to me. So
All right, well, I get your point. I'm glad that you seem to understand where I'm coming from. It's stinking hot out.
it is hot out, but it's not that bad in the shade. You know?
Yeah, it's still hot, and honestly, I want to go have lunch. So I'm going back into the house.
Oh, where no people are.
Well, people do still need some alone time.
Yeah, good talk, Tom.
Yeah, I agree.
So what's your plan, Stan?
I will get back to you on that.
I'm just curious. Is like, what kind of time frame you thinking and stuff
I
like that?
have no idea. This is a thing that requires another person. I don't have a time frame.
Well, no, I'm talking about to go on the site and actually go through with, you know.
I told you, I got the thing downloaded, and I'll get to it when I am
Try and find a site that you have to pay for.
I'll do my
You
research.
certainly got the money for it.
I'll do my research.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I love Halloween. I get free
Oh my God. That was a good video. I think that was a good talk. Things weren't tense at all here. Maybe at the start, but no, that was a good father-son talk that they had, and it's cool that there was a vlog of that too. It's always nice seeing this family on YouTube. You know, the Ridgeways, the Abrahams, just the Juggernuggets family and extended family. It's always good to see them. You know. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Stay tuned for the next one.